Hello, everybody. My name is Nicholas Rivas. I talk about politics and stuff, and today we are talking about the whole 86-47 thing. If you're not chronically online, that's fine that you don't know about this, but basically, they're saying that, or the conservatives are saying that people who are tweeting stuff like 86-47, this number is referring to killing the current president, Donald Trump. I'm sorry, I don't see it. I don't think people really care about this issue. It's not making mainstream media from what I'm hearing. I've seen a few articles here and there, but it's mainly like a Twitter discourse where people are finding tweets from more left-leaning people saying like 86-47, and they're interpreting it as it is calls for murdering Trump, which, so I guess if I have to put a stance out there, I don't want to murder the guy. I think he's terrible. I think he's destroying the country. But we should arrest him. Like, he should be in jail. You kill the guy, he's going to become a martyr. So I'm not just doing this moral grandstand. I hate the guy, but I think a more effective and healthy route for our politics would be to get this guy arrested and punished for his crimes. As for the 86 meaning, again, I don't know where this is coming from. I keep seeing people were using this before the whole Trump second term. So that's where I'm like, you don't really care about this. Like, I was seeing people say 86-46. I don't know where that number 86 came from, but the 47 refers to the 47th president, which is Donald Trump, and the 46 was Biden. But I was seeing the 46 way before this 47 thing. So anybody who's bitching about it, I didn't hear any mention of that. And I've seen people very hypocritically say like this is a call for violence, and then in their timeline they either retweeted, liked, or posted themselves saying the 86-46. So it's crocodile tears. I don't believe these people truly believe that, like, oh my god, this 86 thing is like, I can't believe you said that. Like it's I'm sorry, it's just falling on deaf ears for me. I don't care what these people believe. You know, if someone really is calling for the murder of the president, obviously we have to look into that. Again, I don't like the president, but, you know, the violence towards the man is not going to solve anything. If anything, it's going to make the temperature in our current already hot climate worse. So the idea that Trump should be killed, people should not be saying stuff like that. We make jokes like, oh, the bullet, wish it didn't miss. Because, yeah, he's a terrible person. He's not a good person. Like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this is like two different politicians with different political beliefs. This man is actively destroying the country. But nobody should call for his violence. And if they do, they should be met with the persecutions that you would typically get, right? Like, if you threaten someone, by all means. But again, I just don't see where this 86 becomes that call for violence. From my understanding, again, don't know much about it, didn't really know this was a thing until recently, but the 86 is etymology, where the term 86 is to be 86. That originates, the most common origin story involves Chumley's prohibition at 86 Borough Street. The bar had two entrances, one borough, the other via Bedford. 86 referred to the address of the door from which the intoxicated or unruly guest would be ejected. And I've heard that term, like, oh, let's 86 it, or it's been 86. I've heard that term, did not know what it meant, or did not know enough to like put it in my syntax. So there, you know, take that with as much as grain of salt as I can. I don't think people, how I always heard it, like in a movie, like, well, it's 86 the documents, like, get rid of it. But at the same time, I'm like, the plan sucks, let's 86 it, like, let's just abandon it. And so again, this is very stupid that I'm like playing this sort of like semantics game. But I never really seen anybody's approach that, like, I'm gonna murder them. Like, I know get rid of sounds pretty vicious, and I may have just been misinterpreting it, but I've just never heard someone say, like, we gotta 86 this guy. I don't, maybe I'm missing media or books that talked about it in this way. I just always thought it was just like cancel the plan, you know. But, you know, I can see why you would think that. But again, I refrain from giving people the due credit that this is such a bad thing, when those same people I saw were posting about it have called for even crazier violence. I mean, just Trump alone pardoned the Jan 6ers, that was violent. And then, you know, years prior, he was saying, like, we got to treat respect for the blue and the government, when it didn't fit him anymore, then it was all right to be violent with them. When I see people post about the whole 86, I can't believe they're saying that. Those same people were making fun of Paul Pelosi, and Donald Trump's Jr. Instagram had a post about Paul Pelosi, making fun of him. So I don't think they care about political violence. If it's on them, obviously they care. Just like I seem like most humans think, which is really fucking shitty. Like, you should obviously be sympathetic, regardless of which side is making the violence calls. And you know, I also think there is a place for violence. If the president came out and said, "I'm going to kill every single Mexican," you're damn right I'm going to call for the violence of him. But to see people like on Twitter who've posted like, "I'm going to see if this 86 thing is, you know, as volatile as people say, I'm going to post about it, I'm going to talk about it," and then they get FBI showing up at the door. Because there was a guy who posted on Twitter about the 86 thing. I don't even think he even said it himself. I think he was just like, "I'm going to do a few test tweets to see if the Secret Service will show up at my door," and they did. And he's like, "Hey, I've said worse things, or I've seen worse things on this site, and the FBI didn't seem to show up then. Why now?" I just think it's bullshit. I don't think it's a real thing, and I think it's being drummed up by the administration. But you know, I'm also on the free speech side of absolutists. So if they believe this, I just disagree with them. I don't see it. And also, I just kind of think that they're trying to drum up this sort of like violence call that's being made by the left to make them look bad. But, you know, we'll see. Thank you so much. Peace.